Hi, we are a part of Watch It, a collective of pedagogues and activists based in Malmö. And I'm Hilda, and I'm studying to be a primary teacher.
Mm-hmm. And my name is Lisa, and I work as a teacher in Malmö Folk High School here in Malmö.
Hi, I'm August. I work as a pedagogue at the local folk high school here in Malmö.
Mm-hmm. And as Hilda said, we are some activists and pedagogues who are exploring methods and processes of doing democracy. And we started as a project connected to local folk high school as a way of exploring different methods and ways of creating change together with youth here in Malmö and also in the surroundings of this city. And since that, we've tried a lot of different methods together with both youth but also adults, a lot of teachers, for example, and we will share some of the examples here with you guys today. Our workshops are often action-based, and we have explored the themes of democratic leadership and how to work democratically within the group as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And today we are about 8 people working together that form this collective of Watch It. And we do a lot of cooperation together with the local associations, local schools, and some of the youth centers as well in this area. So, but why did we start working as Watch It? Well, there are a lot of talk about democracy, but what we found is that there is often a gap to the actual practice, what we do in everyday life. When does democracy happen? So this has been our starting point to try to focus on doing democracy, trying to create agendas and acting on the issues that we feel are important. So trying out that in practice.
So the second reason to us is that democracy means government by the people. So people should be part of governing, should be part of the decision making in society, and everyone should be involved. And as we see, people aren't. That's not the case in society today. Everyone's voices aren't heard. We don't have the same conditions. We don't have the same possibility to get a job, to get housing, to be heard and seen in media and so on. And to us, this is primarily due to unequal power structures in society.
The final reason is that we want to change and challenge the view on democracy. We see that the representative democracy of today is not enough, and the decisions need to be made closer to the people. Those affected by the decisions are the ones who should be involved in making them, at the school, at work, in the neighborhood. So what Watch It aims to do is to do democracy, but also to challenge power structures and challenge democracy itself.
So moving on, what do we do in Watch It? Well, we see Watch It as an ongoing exploration kind of on how we can work with participative methods in groups and try to facilitate and lead in a way so that we create kind of a safe learning environment where all who is part can feel really that they have the possibility to take part fully, and that we try to set a mood of possibilities. And there are clearly a lot of associations and groups working with participative methods, so there are a lot to learn from. And we've had the opportunity to do this for a few years, pick what we like in what others do, but we've also been developing some methods ourselves. So we wanted to share some of this together with you. And we've picked out 3 of them that we also translated the instructions into English, and partly we can build on what is already available in English. So we hope that some of these are new to you. The first one, we call it Common Approaches, or creating a group agreement. And it's an activity that is useful in the start of a workshop or in the start of a process in a working group. where you ask all that takes part to reflect on their needs. What do each one need to be able to participate fully in the process, in the group, and you gather all of these expressed needs and reflect on them together and see if you can reach a common agreement on a common guideline for your work together, your time together. And this is useful to come back to as well if a conflict arises, for example. And this can be one tool that can be used to create a safer learning environment for the learning process. So that's the first example.
The second example is a workshop called Ideas to Action. And here you as a facilitator help the group in moving from creating and talking about the ideas of what they would like to change into actually doing something, going to action and expressing these ideas through different ways. It could be maybe going out in the public space or on social media or somehow. So it's from ideas to action. And we believe that in not just sitting and talking about what you would like to change, but to actually doing something with your body and mind makes the knowledge and what you experience stay longer. And it's a process that should be made quite fast and quickly. And this takes away maybe the anxiety that someone can have over going out and performing something. But this should not be at the expense of a democratic process. So this is built in within this step-to-step action. And many of the participants throughout the years have experienced that, wow, this was so so fast. It was so easy and fun to actually try to go out and do a change. So we think that it's important to show alternatives of how to be an active citizen, maybe being within a political party or within some kind of association or so doesn't really fit everyone, and this could be an alternative way of being an active citizen.
So the last method we would like to share with you is a method for reflection or for evaluation, or you can use it as conclusion of thoughts, maybe after a workshop, in the end of a meeting, or in the end of a period when you have been collaborating with a group for a while. So it's not a method where you find an answer. This is a method for exploring a question, for look for new perspectives, or play with thoughts, question your personal beliefs, something like that more. So you divide the participants into groups of 3, and each participant is gonna get to explore or try out 3 certain roles, and you get about 10 minutes or what you decide for exploring each role. So the roles are the speaker, the listener, and the writer, and that's also the name of the method, or the name we have used: speaker, listener, writer. So the speaker is the one who is reflecting upon the question that you have decided. The listener is listening with attention and without making any questions. And the writer is taking notes and hands them to the speaker in the end. And we use this method because we find it very important to build up methods around giving time for reflection, because that's an important part of collaborating in a group and get a group moving forward. We also think that the method touch on very important competences when you collaborate in a group, and that's competences like that you dare to share your thoughts, and that you dare to be creative without think that anything is right or wrong, that you just dare to let your speaking flow. And another important competence is to listen with attention to each other, And in this method, the speaker decides where to go with their speaking, and it's important to let the speaker do that. And an important competence as well is to try out the role to write without making your own interpretation. So just listen and respect the words of the speaker and write them down exactly.
So those are the methods. And the task that we present you with in this session is to try one of these methods in your context, or to make a plan for a method that you would like to try, and then in that case describe when and how you would like to try it. So our proposal is that you choose one of these three methods and adapt it to your needs, to your context.
We have provided the English instructions of these methods at the course site, and these are
the common agreement, the group agreement,
the idea to action workshop,
and the speaker, listener, and writer.
So try one of these methods or make the plan. If you decide to try a method, please take some photos and attach them to your post.
And then we would like to welcome you on a webinar this Friday to share your reflections with us. And all the description of everything, the presentation and the instructions, you find on the course site. And please, if you have any questions, whatever, just email us and we will get back to you. So, good luck.
Good luck.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.